What's up, curlfriends? It is Dr. Crystal, and I'm back to help you save time, build confidence, and make natural hair care easy. Now, today we're going to continue with playing no games when it comes to natural hair care. Listen, I want as many of you as possible to be successful on your natural hair journey, and I think it is very, 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 very important for me to address some of the common concerns that you may experience on your natural hair journey. If this is your first time joining me, welcome. Follow the links below to get to know me a little bit better. But today we are going to jump right in. And I'm going to tell you this, girlfriends, and I want you to take this with all seriousness, right? Stop doubting the process. And so you're probably thinking, listen, I'm not doubting anything. I'm doing all the things. I am following all the directions. I am retwisting my hair at night. I am styling my hair during the week. I have a midweek routine, a nighttime routine, a daytime routine, and I'm doing all these things, but it is not working. Listen, girlfriend, the first thing I want to tell you is that the process I'm talking about is definitely not that. When you get committed to being intentional on your natural hair journey, those things will become a thing of the past. Now, I have realized that many of you may be skeptical when it comes to intentional natural hair care. And I get it, because it's not what you are familiar with. It's not necessarily what you've heard before. It's challenging some of the things that we may say are staples in the natural hair community, and it might make you a little bit uncomfortable to break away from what is familiar to trust and try something new. But when it comes to intentional natural hair care, I will tell you that this is not that, right? This is not what you are used to on your natural journey, and it's definitely not what you may expect when it comes to just natural hair care in general. Now, I get it. The struggle narrative is ingrained in everything we do with natural hair care, right? And so it may have you believing that you've done all the things, you've tried all the things, and everything keeps coming up with the same results. So you are conditioned to believe that you have to work harder. You are conditioned to believe that you have to spend a certain amount of time on your hair. You are conditioned to believe that this is the best it will get on your natural hair journey. But trust me, this intentional natural hair care ain't that. And you know how I know? Because a few short years ago, I was in the same place that you are, doing all the things, not getting the results I desired, and really kind of getting stuck in this cycle of expecting more but always getting less. And so if that was ever you, if that is you right now, I want to tell you to stop doubting the process of intentional natural hair care, because this ain't that. Listen, I learned, I guess the hard way, but good for me and you, that there was an easier side to natural hair care, that there was something better out there, and that I just needed to be intentional about the way I cared for my curls. And so today I am going to tell you to be intentional about the way you care for your hair, but I'm also going to demonstrate what it looks like to be intentional and the benefits of being intentional on your natural journey, and how intentional natural hair care is different from what you are experiencing or may have experienced in the past when it came to natural hair care and caring for your curls in general. Now, what is the difference between intentional natural hair care and traditional natural hair care? And listen, before we get too deep into the wind, right? I'm just putting the word intentional in front of natural hair care because I do want to show a difference between what you may have traditionally been doing, what you have historically been doing, and what we should be doing on our natural journey. So I'm not creating anything different or anything new. I am just showing you that the way we have been approaching natural hair care in the past, doing all the things, following the trends, adopting the struggle narrative, it ain't it. It is not helping us. And if we continue on this path, it will not end well, girlfriends. As a matter of fact, you already know how it ends, because you're frustrated, you're overwhelmed, and you're confused on your natural journey. And so today, I'm telling you to not only stop doubting the process, but be open to approaching natural hair care in a completely different way. Now listen, one of my favorite things about intentional natural hair care is that when we become intentional about caring for our our curls, we open the possibilities to success. Actually, we open the floodgates to success, right? And so when we're intentional on our natural journeys, that means, because you're going to ask me, and I want to make sure I make it as clear as possible, that means that we have a good understanding of our hair, that we are intentional about the products that we select, that we are intentional about the way we care for our hair, that we're consistent on this journey, and that we scrutinize all of the information that we receive about the way we care for our curls, and then we really examine all the information that we have been carrying about the way we think about our natural hair and the way we approach natural hair care. Now, when we become intentional on our natural journeys, this is my favorite thing, right? Here are some of the amazing outcomes that you will experience. And it's not that you might experience or you possibly would experience, but if you're really intentional about caring for your hair and you remain consistent and committed to the process, if you trust the process on your natural journey, on your intentional natural journey, then these are the things that will happen. First of all, the overall health of your hair is going to improve, period. When we're intentional about caring for our hair, the health of our hair improves. Then, with proper technique and application, our curls will be popping. Look, our hair becomes more manageable. We stop struggling with dryness. We have longevity in our styles. We actually are able to achieve and recognize length retention, and our natural experience ultimately becomes easier. Listen, curl friends, I know what you may be thinking. It sounds too good to be true, but it's not. Trust me when I tell you that the way we have been approaching natural hair care has been all wrong. Now, we've been misled, and it is no fault of anybody's, right? Because I think we inherit this struggle narrative when it comes to caring for our natural hair, right? We automatically pick up this baggage about what our natural experience is supposed to be like. And unfortunately, there are not enough voices in the space, or even if there are, they're not loud enough, that are telling you that natural hair care can be easy. That you don't even have to start your natural journey out the gate struggling, that you can start your natural journey, curl friends, like, how crazy is this? I wish I would have known this, but you can start your natural journey out the gate ensuring your success. And it starts with being intentional on your natural journey. And so I would encourage you to stop doubting the process. I know that when I tell you about natural hair care, a lot of the things that you hear me say, a lot of the recommendations that I make about how you should care for your curls, about what you should be doing and what you shouldn't be doing, might sound unfamiliar to you. And I know how hard it is to turn away from what is unfamiliar and to try something new, especially when some of the things that you have been exposed to, sometimes you have tried things new, sometimes you caught on to fads and trends, and they turned out to be less than effective when it came to helping you reach your hair goals. But curl friends, I'm telling you, if you want to completely change the game when it comes to natural hair care, if you want to change the trajectory of your natural experience and you want to experience the easier side of natural hair care, then you have to stop doubting the process of intentional curl care. Now listen, you have been doing a lot of things, and I know you've been doing a lot of things because when I first started my natural journey, I was doing all of those things as well. And listen, it was not pretty, it was not fun, and it made me feel a type of way about my natural hair. But when you become intentional about natural hair care, you can eliminate a lot of the unnecessary work. And so one of the things that I think people say, or they're curious about, or they're wondering about is this going to be a lot of work? And I would say to you, there is work, but intentional work is always more effective and efficient. So will you have to do a lot of things? No. Will you have to do, or is it important that you do some things in order to be successful? Absolutely. But it will be drastically different than what you're accustomed to and what you are used to on your natural journey. And I think the hardest part of all of it is being consistent. But once you realize what results you'll get on your natural journey, once you realize how much easier it is to care for your hair, once you realize how much simpler your hair care routines can be and will be, I promise you, you will not have a problem being consistent. So curl friends, I admonish you, I encourage you, I advise you to stop doubting the process when it comes to intentional natural hair care. Yes, some of the things may sound different than what you're accustomed to. Yes, the mindset challenges everything you probably heard and thought you knew about natural hair care, but I would encourage you to forget what you heard about natural hair care previously and begin to trust the process. When you do, you create the room and space for success and ultimately cultivate an environment where your curls, your natural hair can thrive and where you're ultimately able to achieve your natural hair goals. Wouldn't you like to enjoy your natural experience? If you would, then being intentional is the only way to do that. So, curl friends, if you've been watching this with me, if you've been rocking with me this far, I know you're intentional about changing your natural experience and you want to experience the easier side of natural hair care. And I would love, love, love to serve you. So if you're serious about doing better and achieving better for your curls, let's connect. Visit me at boldsculture.com. You can even, I created an entire space just for you. So you could even come into the store if you're in the Orlando area, and I would love, love, love to serve you. Connect with me. I'll drop some links below and you can get the tools, support, and access you need to save time, build confidence, and make natural hair care easy. So don't doubt the process, curl friends. It works. I'm living proof, and so are so many of the curl friends that I worked with and helped succeed on their natural journeys. Well, curl friends, that is all I have for you today. Thank you so much for tuning into my channel, and don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. And next week, bring a curl friend because we want them to win on their natural journeys as well. And then until next week, curl friends, go boldly.